Happy Sunday, everybody. Widespread cloudiness across the area this morning. We are not tracking any kind of significant opportunity for, heavy rain, flooding, things like that. But it is kind of a gloomy start across the entire region. You can see those current live pictures here from Lake Norman up toward Kannapolis, Dallas, and Monroe. I want to make it clear that it is, of course, not going to rain for the entirety of the day, but it is still going to remain relatively gloomy, like what we're seeing right now. So I don't really anticipate the sun coming out that much this afternoon. You can see the light to moderate rain from Mecklenburg County up toward Rowan, Stanley, Union, down toward York, Chester, Lancaster, kind of a hole right now up toward the northwestern foothills, but then some light to moderate rain in the mountains. This will continue off and on until about 1 o'clock, and then we are going to see some of that clearing. You can see this as we go hour by hour. Notice the clouds still stick around for the majority of the day, but by the second half of the afternoon, we will track at least a chance for a brief shower or thunderstorm developing. Essentially, it's because a warm front lifted north first, clouds, all this mess this morning, and then that secondary cold front has to sweep through. So it's taken a little bit of time, of course, to get fully to us, which is why we not only see that second round of, again, just a few showers and storms, you see it there, but why that's going to be kind of the push that those clouds need to get out as the winds turn out of the northwest and eventually the northeast as we have that cold front move through and high pressure starting to move back in. So radar futurecast looks great by about, I would say, 11 o'clock, midnight or so Monday. We, of course, clear things out, cool things down, as we are going to be tracking some sweater weather in our forecast this upcoming week. If you are not a fan of SNL and you have no idea what I'm talking about, there's a great SNL skit about sweater weather that's from years ago, but you should watch it. It's hilarious. Mid to upper 50s overnight tonight probably will be the first time we drop below 60 since about mid-June. And then we could even see some mid to even flirting with the mid to upper 50s for the upcoming week. Good morning, Kelsey, my best friend from Atlanta. Good morning, Daniel. Good morning, Joy. Hopefully you guys are all having a great start to your day. Multiple opportunities, of course, for it to cool down this week. And also it's going to be dry. So really some sweater, light hoodie kind of action over the next few mornings. And really that's going to shape up for gorgeous weather for the Panthers. Home opener against the Saints. I feel like sometimes this time of year, or I don't feel like it, it's just the truth. You could be dodging showers and storms and it could be in the 90s, or you could be dealing with weather like this. And I think it's this, at least for myself as a big football fan, I would prefer. High temperatures if you are going to be maybe off Monday, tailgating, or maybe you get off early and you're going to be tailgating, right around 4 or 5 o'clock, mid to upper 70s, a few spots in the lower 80s, lots of sunshine. It's going to be comfortable outside. Remember, of course, it'll feel hotter if you're in the direct sun, but then temperatures drop off very quickly after the sun sets. So we are going to see some of those cooler opportunities if you are heading to the Panthers game. I would say you're probably not going to be cold by any stretch, but it will definitely, start to turn cool. And then if you are going to be staying out, hopefully celebrating a Panthers win, you're going to get cool for sure, especially with temperatures in the mid 50s. During the winter, we're like begging for the mid 50s, but I think this time of year is more of a shock to the system. Tropical storm Nigel actually formed yesterday from Tropical Depression 15. It's expected to head out to sea. I've seen some questions on social media with people asking about, what's the difference between Nigel and Lee? It looks like it was taking a similar path. Why is it turning quicker? How do you guys know? Things like that. Well, if you can picture this, the Bermuda high pressure system that was keeping Lee a little bit closer to the United States is much weaker. It's more so in the central Atlantic. So that turn is happening quicker because the high pressure offshore is weaker. So it's allowing for a quicker turn. And then the trough is going to be stronger over on the west coast. So essentially, we had a stronger high and a weaker trough at the time that kind of pushed Lee closer to the US, but of course it didn't make landfall here, whereas it's the opposite here. So the storm is expected to turn quicker. Of course, if anything changes, we will certainly let you know. Nigel is expected to become our next hurricane, as the intensity forecast does have us reaching, or does have the storm rather, reaching wind speeds of about 115 miles per hour, which kind of puts it right on the cusp there of a Category 3 major hurricane. Again, it's likely going to be a fish storm, stay out to sea. In fact, it will likely make that turn well east of Bermuda, so it's not going to get anywhere close comparatively to Lee at this point. 50-mile-per-hour winds right now as a tropical storm. The next thing that we're going to be watching in the tropics is an area of low pressure expected to move off the African coast this week. Right now, it has a medium chance of becoming something, so a depression or a named storm within the next 7 days. But honestly, after Lee and kind of talking about it for so long and the uncertainty of where it was going to go and whether it was going to impact with a direct landfall, the United States, I think the fact that Margot and Nigel are both staying out to sea will be a very welcome change. This one will just be something we'll be monitoring. It hasn't even formed yet, so it's weeks too early to know where this one could go or if it even develops, of course, at all. Right now, only at 40% chance. So that's your 7 day, or that's the your local forecast as we check out the 7 day the next few days. Again, right now we're kind of in that 70% chance that you see there on Sunday now. This will drop to about a 30% chance of just a few showers and storms this afternoon. Of course, things clear out overnight. It'll be a nice start to the day Monday. Likely the coolest morning, though, is going to be Tuesday morning. And really, it's going to be picture perfect weather for the upcoming week, it looks like. Highs in the low to mid 80s, lows mid to upper 50s. I do see a hint of a few showers returning in the forecast Friday, Saturday. Models have kind of been back and forth on this. Look, one shows nothing, one shows 60% chance. So I'm going to try to split the difference between about a 20 to 30% Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Of course, if anything changes, we will certainly let you know. I hope everybody has a happy, safe, and healthy Sunday. If you are a big NFL fan, I hope your team wins. And if you are not, I hope you get a nice little nap in, maybe get to do some laundry today, check things off your to-do list, anything indoors. And if you love the cloudy skies and you're going to be walking around with your umbrella, I hope you enjoyed the day too. I'll see you guys back on, actually, I won't be on Wake Up Charlotte this week. I'll see you guys back on the regular evening shows, filling in for Brad Wednesday night and Thursday night, and then a tag teaming coverage with him on Friday as he's live at Festival in the Park. And then, of course, my typical Saturday and Sunday mornings right on WCNC Charlotte for Wake Up Charlotte weekend. Have a great week, everybody. Stay safe, happy, and healthy, and feel free to leave anything question wise in the comments on the weather. Have a great day.